All right. So we've been through our Fitness 360 challenge. We've committed 31 days to working on our spirit man, our soul man, and our body man. Throughout the week, we've described to you what the spirit man is, what our soul man, what our physical body is. We've talked about us being leaders in every capacity of our lives. Through our own level of giftedness, we're a leader on some level, and we have kind of tied that whole leadership piece in to our daily lives, our daily walk. And we've also been talking about wisdom. We defined wisdom, we defined knowledge, we defined understanding. If you haven't caught any of this stuff throughout the week, you guys, then go ahead back and look at the replays and see if you can catch it in there to see what's going on and the stuff that we've been doing. So I also each day what we've been doing is reading a proverb. Just read it, and Kim and I take it turns reading it, and then we kind of pull out a verse or something to kind of expound on the verse, and we tie that into what we've been calling a life application. Now, all those life applications can be found in a workbook that we made. We called it a Wisdom Builder Guide. You have to join our Facebook group. That is on Facebook is Fitness360 Spirit, Soul, Body 31-Day Challenge. If you can't find it on Facebook, then just go ahead and inbox myself, Newton Miller. If you're seeing me now, obviously you know how to reach me on Facebook, or my wife is Kim Coleman Miller. And we will send you a link or make sure that you get joined in the group. Once you're in the group, we're asking people to go ahead and post things about their journey throughout the week, like dishes that they're making, that they're eating. Every day we go ahead and try to post up the replay of the video. And then there's a homework question in the guides section of the Facebook. And the homework question is, something to ponder on, something to think about that has to do with the lesson for the day, so that you can begin to dig deeper into yourself. And that workbook is about 130 something pages, so don't get overwhelmed with the workbook. What it does is that for each proverb, there's like a question that deals with each verse in the proverb. Nothing really difficult or super, doesn't make, you don't have to do an essay or anything. They're usually one-word answers or things like that. But in that workbook, at the end of each of the sections for each proverb, that's where you'll find the life applications. Some of the folks in the group have been asking me, why not just pull out the life applications and make a separate workbook for them? So if I get some time over the weekend, I will do that for you as well. So this week we have, and I got some housekeeping, you guys, before I jump into this. We'll have a little 20-minute workout for you today, a recovery workout. But today will be the first day that I'm going to have you use any of your upper body muscles, get into some planks, some downward dogs, and things like that. And we'll engage our core a little more intensely than we were throughout the week, but not as long, and we'll put stretches in between. You won't be breathing hard after this workout, you won't be sweating, but you may have to stop a few times to collect yourself and then get back in, because the exercises are a little more difficult in this workout than the ones that we've been doing throughout the week. And when Monday comes, we'll get back into our regular groove, things that everyone can do to be able to keep moving for the full 30 minutes. But we'll step it up just a little from this week to go into the next week. So I kind of forgot what I was saying before. The Wisdom Builder Guide. So if I get some time over the weekend, I'll go ahead and pull out just those life applications, and I'll resend all the members a link. If I have your email, I will send it directly to your email. If I don't have your email, then I'll just post it in the discussion section within the Facebook group, and you can download it on your own. Other than that, you guys, hopefully everything is going well. Thank you for bearing with me with the housekeeping piece right there. I know it sounds like I'm rambling a lot. So today, you guys, Proverbs 6. So what I do usually is I just print out the section from the Wisdom Builder Guide that we made for you. We're giving it to you for free. Nothing costs anything in this challenge except for you to charge yourself the accountability that you're going to get up, that you're going to move, that you're going to continue, that you're going to pay attention to what you eat. And I'm talking about what you eat physically, spiritually, and mentally. So at the end of this challenge, you're able to measure yourself against yourself from day 1 to day 31. The only way you can measure yourself against yourself is if you set a goal for yourself. You can't measure a target that was never there. So we don't want you to be wandering generalities. We want you to be meaningful specifics, which means you have to set a target, set a goal, whether it's a weight target, whether it's a target to be able to reach or get down on the floor. Sometimes with me, I'm super tight. My back muscles, my hip flexors are very tight. I have this hunch in my back that I try to pay attention to stay erect. So sometimes in my target is really just my posture or my form or my ability to get both my hands on the floor or to get in a squat position real low. It's not even about, how much I can do or how fast I can do it. Sometimes it's just the fact that I can get in a position. So whatever the target is that you're setting for you is what I'm trying to say. That's fine. It's your target. It's your body. You do your best and forget the rest. It's always unwise to measure yourself against another person and what you see another person do. Now, you want to be motivated or encouraged by other folks and see possibilities of what you can do, but you set that target for where you need to go, and only you know what is just beyond what's too easy for you. So you want to operate in what's called that zone of proximal development. So there's an educational psychologist. His name is Lev Vygotsky, and he has a theory on play and teaching young kids in play and learning in communities. And he came up with something called the zone of proximal development, ZPM. So there's this zone. So anything below the lower level of that zone, it's too easy for you. You've already mastered it. So if you only do what you can already done, then you'll only get what you've already gotten. There's no change. You're not exerting yourself. You're not getting better spiritually, physically, or mentally because you're doing what you've already mastered. Then here's the zone in here. If you operate above that zone, if you shoot too high, then that's just above your reach. Like you can only reach to there. You can only reach to there. And if you set the goal above the zone, you can't reach it, and you know you can't. No matter what you do physically, spiritually, mentally, you're not reaching it. And guess what will happen? Eventually, you'll get discouraged. You'll get disappointed in yourself. You'll tell yourself that you can't. You'll teach yourself that you can't, and you'll give up. So you have to find that zone of proximal development. What's in that zone? What's too easy? What's too hard? I stay above what's too easy, and I stay just below what's too hard. I keep myself working. I keep myself in the zone of proximal development. So when you're exercising, you find that zone. Oh, that's too easy. Let me go a little faster. Let me lift a little higher. Whatever the case may be. Or I might set a goal a lot of times, and it's too tough for me. I'm ambitious, and I realize it, after a few minutes in, that's too tough. So I slow down, and I find my zone, and I keep it in there. So that is good wisdom for you, not just for exercise, physical exercise, but for mental and spiritual exercise as well. Find your zone. Do what you can do. Teach yourself new habits and new behaviors. And that's kind of what that's about. So I'm gonna read this sixth chapter today and give you a life application real quick. I am kind of talked a little bit too much already, but I'm reading from the New King James Version. And it says, listen, my son, if you become surety for your friend, like if you stand in the gap for your friend, like you're guaranteeing something for someone else. That's what surety means, right? So, my son, if you become surety or stand in the gap or guarantee something for your friend on behalf of your friend in your friend's name, if you have shaken hands in a pledge for a stranger, you are snared by the words of your mouth. You are taken by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, and deliver yourself, for you have come into a hand of your friend. Go and humble yourself. Plead with your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hands of the hunter, like a bird from the hand of a fowler. Go to the ant. So he's saying, consider the ant. So that's that first section of the proverb. He's moving to another thought. He says, listen, consider the ant. You know the ant that crawls on the ground, the bug? He said, listen to the ant, you sluggard, you lazy person. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, no overseer or ruler, The ant provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep, a little sluggard, a little folding of the hands to sleep? So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with eyes. He shuffles his feet. He points his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity, that's the things that happen, the bad things, shall come suddenly. Suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. That's the one that he just really can't take, those who sow discord among the brethren. Then it says, beware of adults. So my son, your father's command, my son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake the law of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart. Tie them about your neck. When you roam, they will lead you. When you sleep, they will keep you. When you awake, they will speak with you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light. Reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids. For by means of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life. Can a man take fire to his bosom and his clothes and not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. People, do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he is starving. Yet when he is found, he must restore 7-fold. He may give up all the substance of his house. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonor and wounds and dishonor he will get. He will reproach, and his reproach, I'm just struggling today. Wounds and dishonor he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away. For jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore he will not spare in the day. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will accept no recompense, nor will he be appeased, though you give many gifts. So that's the 6th chapter of Proverbs. And our life lesson today, I want to pull out just a couple verses for you, just so you can kind of think of, well, now let's just jump to the life lesson, because I've already talked a lot today, you guys. You can read that one on your own. I suggest you read it like in the Message Bible or the Passion Bible. The concept puts it in more everyday languages. It's more poetic, and you can relate to it a little more. And maybe I should start doing that on our challenges. But I want to focus on verses 6 through 8. Verses 6 through 8, I'm going to read them real quick. It's talking about the ant. He says, go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in harvest. So the life lesson today is just basically leadership lessons from the ant. Leadership lessons from the ant. So here's what I've written. I said, listen, do you want to make a difference? You want to make a difference in your life, in another life, or in things that are around you, then here's what you got to do. You got to pay attention to the metaphor of the ant. You have to pay attention to the behaviors of the ant and how that ant acts and what they do. So think about the ant. It's an amazing creature. It's one of the smallest creatures that we have out here on the planet, right? But check out what it does. It can lift 10 times its weight. It knows how to work together and link together with his brother or his sister so that they combine their strength. So if one can lift 10 times its weight and the other can lift 10 times its weight, and they put it together, then that, what, depending on what they want to add or multiply, they're either at 20 or 100 times their weight together, and they learn to bridge, to create bridges over water by sacrificing and working together and linking their skills and their bodies together so they can accomplish a task. The ant is an amazing creature. It's an amazing creature. You step on them, and they will run, and they will hide, and they'll come back later and finish that thing that they started. So the ant's one of the smallest of God's creatures, but it can become one of the greatest teachers that He's given us. So the lessons that the ant teaches us can be summarized like this. So I'm going to use the acronym ANTS, A-N-T-S, for ants, A-N-T-S. So the first thing that the ant teaches us is attitude, A for attitude. And they have an attitude of initiative. Their attitude says, listen, I'm going to take what I have to build what I want and what I need. They have an initiative, and they don't wait for anyone. It only takes one ant, and the one ant signals, and another ant will jump in and help. They just know what needs to be done, and they just begin to do it. There's no real commander. Like in a beehive, there's a queen bee and things of that sort. Ants are a little different. They know the task has to happen. They all take initiative to get it done. No one needs to get them started. No one needs to come wake you up and tell you, listen, Fitness 360, spirit, soul, body, child is in play. Shouldn't have to bug you and push you and force you to market your business or to read, to study, to eat right. You need to have the attitude of initiative like an ant. N, the second letter, N, nature of integrity. They have a nature of integrity. That means that the ants, they work faithfully and need no outside accountability to keep them doing the right thing. So integrity is this. Integrity is when you do the right thing, you do the next right thing when no one's watching. You do the next right thing when no one's watching. And I know this is unpopular. You see somebody drop a $50 bill, right? And you need that $50. Nobody's around. They don't know they dropped it. It's moving on. Integrity is going to say, hey, grab that $50 bill and say, hey, yo, sir, ma'am, you dropped this. Integrity is doing the next right thing. And the ant has the nature of integrity. They're going to do what needs to take place, the next right thing, because that next right thing is building and establishing what that ant is going to need to survive in the long run. All right? The next lesson we can learn from the ant is the T lesson. We need to be thirsty for industry. Thirsty for industry. Ants work hard and will replace their anthill when it's ruined. So I don't know, I'm out here on our patio, it's an older patio, so there's little bricks, and under those bricks, we bought the house 21 years ago. There must be sand under the bricks. And every now and again in the corners and the gaps between the bricks, I'm looking down, I can see them. I can see where the ants have pushed up, and I can see the little anthill that they have. So now I go around and I smooth out those anthills, or I sweep off this little patio, and it destroys the anthill. If I come back later in the day, the next day, those little openings are back. Now, I might not see any ants, but I definitely see those openings, and I know that they were there because they are industrious. They are industrious. They're going to accomplish what they need to accomplish. They're going to create outlets and openings into their network of ant tunnels. They are going to, if one thing is destroyed, they're going to find another way to still accomplish and have possibilities and opportunities available to themselves. We have to be thirsty for industry. We have to be looking for opportunities. We have to be looking for possibilities. We have to be inviting challenges and inviting change and using time wisely. Thirsty for industry so that we can continue to grow and to progress. And the last lesson that we learned from the ant that I'm going to tell you today is a source of insight. They are a source of insight. So ants store provisions in the summer. You ever watch them carrying the breadcrumbs? There's a line of them, and they're carrying food over to their, you can see a line of the ants over to their nest. Well, they're taking all that food and they're taking it down into their network of tunnels, and they're storing it up in the tunnels. I don't know if you've ever seen an ant farm. You can see there's glass on one side, and you can see their tunnels. You can actually see where they store their foods. They have like little food banks, and they kind of guard them, and they come and they ration them out in the wintertime and eat enough to survive. So we have to be a source of insight and store our provisions in the summer. Why? Because we know the winter's coming. We know the winter's coming. I think there's a scripture that says, work in the day because the night comes when no man can work. So we know it's summertime, it's harvest time. I won't turn the camera around, but my garden is over there. My collards, my kale, our corn, our string beans, everything's doing well. We have a couple things that aren't doing so well. So we'll give that a little time, and then we'll take another route with them. But it's growing, it's doing well. So as the harvest season comes, we'll pull those things out of harvest. We'll store them, we'll freeze some, we'll pack some. Through the winter, we'll eat from what we grew in the summer. You have to take your finances. You have to take your gifts. You have to put some aside. You know the 80-10-10 rule. 80% you may have to live off of. 10% for tithes, 10% for saving. You can change those numbers around. The only one you can't change is the 10% for tithes because it's not yours, it's God's. So I'm saying to you, source of insight that we get from those ants is, listen, prepare now because later's coming. I know you feel strong, and I know 20 years seems like a long time ago, and you just started your teaching position or whatever position it is that you have. So what? Get that 401(b). Put a little extra in that 403k or whatever plan it is that they have for you, even though you're young, because 20 years, 25 years is going to go by like that, and the money that you could have been storing and saving and compounding all along, you won't have when you turn 50 and you start thinking about it more intently, because now you're at the top of the hill starting to make your way down. So attitude of initiative, nature of integrity, thirsty for industry, source of insight. These are all things we've learned from the ant that is mentioned in Proverbs 6, verses 6 through 8. You guys, if we consider and learn from the ways of an ant, then guess what? We can go and grow and glow in ways of wisdom. Hey, that's what we have for you today as far as our Proverbs or our spiritual and soulistic challenges. Today, I'm going to move and let's go ahead and get set, you guys. This workout's called Pulse. So what we're going to do, it's recovery, but it's not that easy. So we're going to get our chest opener and lift the knees at the same time. Here it is from the side. So those arms up at a 90. You got that chin tucked, body erect, lifting those legs. Right? Nice and slow. You're warming it up. Opening up that chest. There you go. Squeezing that back in the back. Again, head and eyes in neutral spine. 3, 2, 1. Knees together. Hands together. Step back. Chest open. Keeping that knee bent. Here it is from the side. Again, head and eyes in neutral spine. There you go. Keeping that body erect. You're not leaning forward. And you're not leaning back. You're trying to keep it straight up and down. Keeping those knees bent. You're going to feel this a little. Long neck, shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, 1. Just lunge side to side. We're not going to touch the floor, just the knees. There you go, just the knees. Hands to the knees. Body erect. If you're real good, you can spread it wide. If not, keep them not so wide. I don't want you to hurt your abductor. Just there you go. Hands to the knees. Keeping that back straight. Looking out. We're going down to a plank. Downward dog spider. So downward dog, spider. Downward dog, spider. Downward dog, spider. Keep that back straight. Push that butt out. There you go. Head and neutral spine. Bring it up. Use that core. That's right. That feels good in my back. Stretches it out. Gets it ready. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. We're going to squat position, you guys. Squat pencil. So your knees sort of wide. Bring it down. Pencil up. Keep the body erect. What I'm thinking is I'm a toy soldier, and I'm lifting my foot up. I'm not trying to use my thigh to lift the foot. I'm trying to use my core. Like my leg is a weight, and I'm lifting that foot up, putting it in the core. Keeping the head and eyes erect and looking out. There you go. You can go faster if you need to, or keep it nice and slow. I'm keeping it nice and slow. Kind of what it looks like from the side. Butt down, foot up. There you go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put my left foot and my right foot forward. Feet at the 45. Bending that back knee. Keeping that front knee straight. I'm just stretching my calf. Just my calf. That knee's bent. Stay down there. Switch your leg position. Stretch that calf. Stretch that calf. Roll yourself up. All right, you ready? We're going to go into a lunge, right? And I want you to just lift those arms, pulse it out. Just pulse it out. Pulse it out. Now don't lean your body forward. Don't lean your body back. Try to keep it straight up. It's like 3 lines. Your legs are in line, your body's in line. So just pulse it. Now you might be able to go way down. This is good for me. This is good for me. Now I'm feeling that in my back leg. I'm feeling it in my front, towards my knee, my outer thigh. Pulse it. Pulse it. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Quad stretch. Pull them up. Pull them up. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. That'll help you with your balance. I have to look out. Some people can look down. I don't have great balance. Tighten that core. This is like an active stretch. Remember, flexibility, mobility, stability. This does all 3. All right. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Runner stance. So I want this like a runner. Hold yourself in runner stance. Now I use the chair to hold myself, and I just pulse. Like I'm running. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Back leg up. Now I'm not putting a lot of weight on the chair. I just use it to kind of hold myself. This side's a little better for me, so sometimes I don't even have to touch the chair. If you can't put both legs up, put the other one back in the ground. But either way, stretch that body out. You want to get in this position, hips open, knees pointing out, hands on your knees, side to side. You're stretching that oblique out. Stretching that oblique and that lat out. Pushing out on your knee. Shoulders are down, neck is long. You're just going side to side. That's it. Keeping those toes pointing out. 3, 2, 1. Bring your body center, same position. I have to reset because my hip flexors are super tight. Hands out. Right? And you just pulse up and down. This is tremendously difficult for me. This one hurts because my hips My groin muscles are super tight. My lower back. Here's what it looks like from the side for me. I'm forcing to keep my butt in. I'm forcing to go straight up and down instead of leaning. So I'm engaging my core. I'm engaging my abductors and adductors. I can feel this in my legs. Some people can go low. I push myself. You got about 10 seconds on this. I know it's burning. Try to keep yourself up. Good work, good work. If you need to rest, then bring it up and rest and jump back in. Let's stretch it up. All the way up. Down in the flat back, all the way down. If you can go all the way down, touch it all the way down. If you can't, then come to your knees or to your shins. All I want you to do here is just go side to side. Side to side. Thinking about your chest going side to side, not your head. Side to side. If you can only go knee to knee, go knee to knee. If you can fold your arms, either way, just side to side. Okay, we're going into plank position, you guys. We're going to use a little of your upper body. Here's the modified move. You want to lean out on. Here's a modified move. In this position, hands up, back, out, down, up, back, out, down. The rest of you get in plank position. Wrists, elbows, and shoulders in line. Feet shoulder width apart. Up, out, side to side. Keep going. So you don't want to like rock to side. You want to keep your body as still and square as possible. You're focusing on the ground, neutral spine. 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Child's pose. Stretch it out. Bring yourself all the way to the ground to what's called cobra. Hands down, chest down. Push your body up. Shoulders back, look that long. Come on up. All the way back. Let's go, next exercise. Back to plank position. So this was a little tougher. Plank walk, shoulder tap. Modify it how you see fit. So 1, 2, tap, tap. 1, 2, tap, tap. 1, 2, tap, tap. That's right. Same leg, same arm. Tap, tap. Keep your wrists, shoulders, and elbows in line. Here's a modified way. Get on your knees. Left, left, tap, tap. Left, left, tap, tap. Right? Here it is from the side, you guys. There you go. I got to do it uncoordinated for a second. Same leg, same arm. One more. Tap, tap. Let's bring it to the knees. This time, stand up straight. Hands behind your back. Push down. Squeeze that booty together. You feel this in your shoulders and right here in your upper hip flexors. Good, 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 good. Bring the hands out. Round. Now bring it up. Bring it down. Come on up to a squat position. Squat position. Bring it down. So your legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot to move. 3, 4. Up. There you go. All the way up. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Stand up. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Stand up. Squat it down, straight down. 1. Last one. All the way up. Elbows together, you guys. Feet together, elbows together. Here's what I want you to do. Neck long. Twist to one side. Back to the center. Twist to the other side. Back to the center. I want you now to take those elbows. Put them up. Just open and close. Open and close. They're together. Drop your elbows down. Go all the way down to the floor. You're going to get in plank again and do reciprocating knee. You're up in plank and you're just reciprocating those knees. Making that body long. That's it. Tucking those hips under. Feet are just a little open, about shoulders width open. You're feeling this in your shoulders now. You're feeling this in your lower core. If you need to take a break, child pose. Get back in. Almost done. About 15 seconds. That's right. Alternate them. That's good. Keep the body up. Now don't let your body sink. Keep it up. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Downward dog plank. So you're going to be using your upper rest, upper body. So let's get in plank. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Back to plank. Every time you come to plank, you tuck those hips under. Squeeze your booty. Here's the next move. It's a balance move. And you pulse it. So you're pulsing it. Keeping your head looking flat. Stretching that arm out, reaching out. Stretching that heel out. Not your toe. I don't want you to point your toe. I want you to flex it and point the heel out. Keep that body in neutral spine. It's called table. Pulse. Yeah, your shoulder's burning, baby. Your lower back is burning, baby. It's good for you. If you need to take a rest, take a rest. Jump back in. Keep the form. Whatever you do, keep the form. 3. Almost there. Good job, good job. Other side. There you go. Pulse them. Pulse them. Remember, you're not pointing your toe, you're flexing your toe. Your shoulders are long. You're not turtlenecking. You're pulsing. Get the burn. Keep that core tight and erect. Don't let your body sink. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Turn around and C-sit position. Let's work that core. C-sit position. I'm going back, feet off the ground, and up. Feet off the ground, and up. You have to keep your feet on the ground, and keep them on the ground. If you have to lay them flat, lay them flat. I just want you to go up and down. And when you go back, I want your hands over your head. That's it. You can go faster. Work all the way through. Use that core. I'd rather you stay slow and control because it's a recovery day. But I want you to engage those muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Down, up. Not done with the core yet. I want you to stretch it out. I am super tight. That's about as far as I can go. And I want you bending your back. I want you keeping your back straight. Head neutral spine. Keep your legs straight. Go as far as you can with your legs straight. Keep your core tight. Do not injure your lower back. Straight. Bring it back. Breathe. Sitting straight up. Reset yourself. All right. I need you to lay flat on the ground. For this exercise, ideally you want both feet off the ground and you're just doing backstroke. Keeping your lower back on the ground. Flexing your toes. Now, if you can't keep both feet off the ground, put one down for 2, then switch it for 2. But ideally, you want both feet on the ground. Now, if your lower back is not that strong, or you feel your lower back lifting off the ground, then you want to lift your shoulders a little more, suck your stomach in to keep your lower back on the ground, or lift your legs a little higher. Either way, it's important that your lower back stays on the ground. Keep backstroking. Keep backstroking. You're looking up in the air. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab yourself. C-sit, reset. So here's our stretch. I'm in C-sit, and I'm just stretching across. You know that stretch. You've seen that before. You've seen that before. I'm just doing it in C-sit so that my core stays engaged. Good job. Good work. Good work. 3, 2, 1. Back to tabletop. Same arm, same leg, up in the air. Once again, pulsing it again. I'm sorry, I said same arm, same leg, and I did the opposite. There you go. Same arm, same leg. Switch to the other side. That's good. Good work. Good work. It's a little tougher. It's a little tougher. Your core has to stay more engaged. You hear me stop talking. I had to focus so I didn't fall. Same arm, same leg. Pulse it. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Good work. Going to child's pose. Child's pose. Push them knees back. Push that butt back. So your hands are pushing it to the ground in that direction. That's what pushes your body back. Your hands. You can feel it better in your lower back. Good work. So your hands are pushing like that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. There you go. Cat cow real quick. Up to your feet. Give yourself an 8 count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. God, we thank you for another day. The ability to live, move, and have our being, to accomplish what we need to accomplish this day to help somebody as we travel along our way. You did it. That was day 6, Fitness 360, Spirit, Soul, and Body Challenge. You guys, make it a great day or not. That choice is always yours. Peace.